Welcome back to the Key and Jay Booked Podcast. I'm your co-host Jay, along with my co-host Key, and today we have another episode, but it's not going to be the average episode that we normally do. This one is going to be a bit different. This is going to be our October spooky, scary season reads, and these are going to be 2 books plus a bonus for what we think you guys should read for the month of October if you're having trouble finding that one particular thriller or horror book to satisfy your needs.
Absolutely. And I cannot wait. These are going to be our goriest, scariest thriller books.
Mm-hmm.
And we are going to recommend some really good books for you guys. And if you've read them already, definitely comment below and let us know how you felt about it, or let us know if you're going to check the books out. So we about to go book for book.
Yes, yes. And later on after that, we'll be talking about the next book in our review catalog, and we'll talk
Absolutely.
about that towards the end of the video. But let's get into it. Key, ladies first, I'm going to let you go with the drum roll, please. What is your first recommendation that people should read for the Halloween season?
My first recommendation is going to be The Perfect Child by Lucinda Berry. And there's a very special reason why I recommended this book, because it reminds me of one of my favorite movies that I always watch during the spooky season, Orphan. Have you seen that movie, Jay?
No, that's the one with the little girl, right? With the pigtails.
Yes,
Scared to death of her. Couldn't do it.
exactly. The
Couldn't
movie
do
was
it.
absolutely terrifying. If y'all have seen it, it's about this family and they adopt this child who turns
Mm-hmm.
out to be a serial killer. And they don't realize that she's actually an adult. Just like in the movie, The Perfect Child contains a couple. One is a doctor, one is, I believe, a social worker that works at the hospital. And this child comes in, they feel really bad, and they say, we want kids, let's adopt this child. What they don't know is that the child is actually absolutely insane. And so many scary things happen in this book, including the child actually physically biting the woman's nipples. Yep.
Little nipple biting.
Yep.
I
Yep,
don't know if I'm.
it's literally one of the most terrifying, scary books I've ever read, because you really don't know who this child is, where she comes from, what her intentions are. And just like in the movie Orphan, the dad is the dumb dad. The wife is like, honey,
She's
something's
crazy.
wrong. Something's wrong with this little girl. And the dad is like, of course nothing's wrong.
Oh,
She's my
honey,
little
you're
angel. Yes.
imagining things.
Yes, absolutely check this book out. If you have seen the movie Orphan and you like the movie Orphan,
Mm-hmm.
it's very, very similar, but it has a very, very juicy twist near the end that you will absolutely not see coming. I rated this book a 4 out of 5 stars. It's one of the books that put Lucinda Berry on the map for me. So I absolutely, absolutely, absolutely recommend reading it for this Halloween spooky season.
I got you. I got you. That sounds like a match made in heaven for the holiday season, I guess. Tis the season for Halloween
Yes.
and being scared. All right, man. My first, I can't top that, man. Because
Of
my
course you
first one is
can't.
one book that I just finished, which is The Inmate by Frida McFadden.
Fadden, of course, we're
Follows,
staying on theme.
yeah. Oh, this is the first one, just the first one. It follows a female who puts her first. I want to say her first. So, her first lover, her first sex partner, she puts him in jail, right? For a murder that she say he committed on a night that she lost her virginity. But a lot of things happen on this scary night where there are six teenagers at the house, and Shane's mother is gone, but there's a killer in the house. The phones is dead, the power is out, and there's just a killer running around killing these 6 kids. But there are a couple survivors, and we come to find out she takes it from when they're I guess adolescent teenagers, to when they're adults. And guess the caveat is she is the nurse inside of the prison that she locked her first up in.
What?
So when they come head to head in the prison and they actually had that conversation, he's adamant that he did not kill her friends on that fateful night. But her best friend, who is the best friend, is saying that he's the bad guy because he's the one who he saw almost kill her. So if you're looking for one of those thrillers set in a small town, Frida delivers in this book. I was shocked that I didn't read this one earlier. And I would definitely recommend this book to the folks and the good people of October who love October, actually.
And
Who love
you're
October.
describing it, and I'm kind of like, I know that we got a Frida McFadden book on the docket to discuss this month, but I kind of want to check that one out too.
But it's a caveat too. She also has a 10-year-old son, and she lost her virginity 10 years to the date of her going back. So who is the father? Another caveat on top of that one, right? It turns out to be a crazy ending. Only Frida could drop that thriller right there. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah, it
really
sounds
enjoy that
very
one.
interesting. Yeah, I read Freedom McFadden's The Boyfriend, and that one too had a very, very interesting twist at the end. So I could say I
Hmm.
know that Frida does that very well. She will have you thinking this is what's happening, and you get to the end and you realize that you didn't know what you think you knew. So I
Right.
absolutely, I'm like, I hope y'all check it out because I'm definitely adding it to my TBR.
I'm telling you, man. Now, what is your second book that you would recommend to the good people?
Absolutely. My second book that I would recommend is a book. It's called The Island. It is by Natasha Preston.
Oh,
And
that
and
sound
in this
creepy.
it's very, very creepy, and it has all the perfect settings for a Halloween spooky book.
Hmm.
This really rich millionaire created this island. It's a very, very secluded island. You have to take a boat to get to and from this island. And he wants to get publicity for it. So he hires or he brings all these different social media influencers. Some people do makeup, some people do beauty. One of our main character, the narrator, she actually does podcasts on murder mysteries. So they're
Mm,
at this island, they're exploring it because all of these social media influencers are going to be writing about it, telling their audience about it.
hmm.
But then the boat to get in and out of the island disappears and people start coming up dead.
Ooh.
And the thing about this book that made it so creepy was the fact that there's many different scenes in the book where the main characters are like trying to find out who is picking us off one by one, but it's pitch black on this island. They can't see anything and they're creeping through the island, watching over their shoulder. And it's many different jump scare moments in this
Hmm.
book. And it ends kind of on a cliffhanger. Not gonna lie to you, there is no sequel, but it is an absolutely insane ending. And I pride myself on being someone who can always guess the
Yeah.
ending when it comes to a mystery
Hmm.
or thriller book. I did not guess the ending. I had absolutely no clue who was doing it. And I believe the motive also made sense. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get
Right.
to the end of the book and you're like, this doesn't make sense. Why would they do that? Oh, no, 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 no. This book is very creepy. It's very haunting. Like I said, it's set up perfectly. These people are in this secluded island. They cannot leave the island. They don't know who's behind it. Lights start going off, keys come up missing, people come up missing, wind up
Mhm.
dead, stabbed to death. It's absolutely a book that you're going to want to check out this Halloween season.
I got you. I got you. That definitely sounds creepy, especially being on a trapped island. We know how those
Yes,
movies play out,
exactly.
right?
It's like a horror movie.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Basically like
Yep.
a horror movie. I like that one.
Exactly.
So for my second pick, I'm gonna
All right.
go
Let's see.
off. We're gonna go into Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulik. I really like
Ooh.
this book. This one follows a young lady who has a drug problem, but we find out she just coming out of rehab. She needs a job, and her sponsor or her counselor or the guy who's like a father figure to her reference her to a couple who has a kid, right? And she goes
Mm-hmm.
to work for them, right? And
Mm-hmm.
he's drawing these books, right? These drawing these pages and stuff like that, just making drawings. But in these drawings, he's got these hidden pictures. It's creepy. It's crawly. It has a picture
Ooh.
of a lady who is like supposedly like I guess like a ghost figure. A lot of
Ooh.
things is happening in the house where
Uh-huh.
unexplained cabinets is being opened,
Ooh.
drawings is being painted, and then we get an actual ghost scene in the book too. And everything comes to fruition when we find out who that child really is and who that child really belongs to and who is killed who, right? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
There's an old lady in there, she creeping, but she end up dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, sorry to spoil
Not
it
the
a little
old
bit,
lady.
right? But it happens, man, and it's a good story. You find out that everybody ain't as rich as they supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
and people are down on their luck, and they knew about everything that was happening with her, but they just tried to play the part and act like they didn't even know what was going on. And it's a lot more. I was really trying to give you like the overall version
Just the
without really
gist.
going into detail, but
Uh-huh.
I love that book. That was my first book ever. I think that was the first book I ever read by Jason Rekulik. I actually read that book and I listened to the audio. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So that was the first one that I really liked from him, and that introduced me to him, and which brought me to his last one at the wedding as well. And he's coming up, man. He's coming up. But that's my second one.
Really? The
Yeah,
Wedding
that's
is
my
actually
second one.
on my TBR. I have heard that that book is really, really good.
It's
So I'm gonna have
long,
to.
and Frank
It's long.
Zatowski is the worst father of the year. I will say that he's the worst father of the year. Even the narrator had me tight, and I listened to going all
Oh
the way
my
to
god.
Pennsylvania, and I'm saying I listened to that going all the way to PA, and it was just terrible, terrible. But for our third and final, well, this is going to be a bonus, right? This is going
The
to be a
bonus one.
bonus for guys and gals out there. We're going to give you one more, just in case you ain't want to read none of the ones we said, even though they sound like complete bangers to me and to
To me
Key.
too. Yes.
So, what is your third surprise for them?
Okay, now this one I saved the best for last. Okay,
Always.
this is one of my favorite. Let me see what genre it's in:
Mm-hmm.
horror thriller, dark books that I have ever read in my entire life. The book is called Brother. It's by Anaya Alborn. Let me
Mm.
tell you about this. Okay, there's this family. They live off grid. Okay, and you know what they eat? They
What?
eat the skin and the flesh of the women that they have kidnapped and murdered and tortured to death.
What?
Okay. So that is the basic gist of the story, but there's a twist.
Oh Lord.
The main character's name is Michael, and he's the timid one of the family. Okay. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
really like what they're doing, but he participates because that's his role in the family, and he's
Mm-hmm.
actually adopted. Okay. He
Mm.
starts branching out a little bit. Okay. He meets this girl, and without ruining it for you guys, this girl is a very, very important part of the story. But basically, it's this book read like a really creepy Criminal Minds episode. Imagine a family that kidnaps women. Okay, they watch them, they kidnap them, they bring them back, torture them, kill them, and Michael
Mm.
dismembers them so that they can eat them later. Okay, and I think that's all I need to tell you. It's an absolutely
Mm.
creepy ass book. I mean, the twist in this book, honestly, I mean, I was sitting there like this, like
DF.
I literally could not believe it. It's that kind of book. I mean, cannibals, first of all, is a very, very creepy thing. But there's also I'm a hint at it. There's no, I can't hint. I can't tell y'all. I can't tell y'all. I almost told
Don't
y'all,
tell
but
them.
you know
Let them
what?
read it.
Y'all need to go check it out. Y'all need to go read it. But absolutely read that book. It's horror. It's gory. It's scary. It's creepy. And when I tell y'all, I don't even know how to explain the twist. I can't even give you a hint because I don't want you guys to guess it. But Michael is a very important character. The fact that he's adopted is a very important thing. He meets this woman. His family doesn't like that. And the way they deal with that, that is the
Mm-hmm.
twist. And that's all I'll say. But this book,
Oh.
creepy, gory, imagine it like a Criminal Minds episode. You know how creepy that TV show can get. Okay.
Mm.
This is my favorite horror mystery book. This is the one that I ultimately, if you don't read nothing else, read this book.
And I don't know right now if I'm scared or if I'm hungry. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to be part of the family or do
You
I want to
scared or
just not?
hungry?
They obviously season the good. They season some good human meat, right? So I don't know if I'm hungry or scared. You know, like who is that? You know, that's how it be. Like, yeah, that's how I start.
I don't know if I'm hungry or scared.
Right, right. I mean, the way you said it, it tastes
Oh
alright,
my
man. You know what I
gosh. Oh
mean?
my
But
gosh.
that
I'm
sounds that
dead.
sounds
I'm
creepy. That
dead.
sounds crazy. Remind me of like The
It
Hills
is.
Have Eyes almost.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
that's what
Yes.
it gives me, a little
Exactly. That's
Texas
the
Chainsaw
vibe that it
Massacre
gives me.
style with the
Exactly.
family, but just The Hills Have Eyes
Exactly.
while eating them.
Yep.
Well, my one is not as gory as that one, and it's not.
Let's
It
hear
get
it
a thriller
though.
vibe, but it ain't as gory as that one, man.
Okay.
I would go with Geneva Rose.
Oh, that's one of my favorite authors. Which
You
book you
shouldn't
going
have
with?
come here. You
Well, I haven't
shouldn't have
read that
come
one,
here.
but
That one, that's her five to me. That's her five. Shout out to my brother Julius. He said that was his first 5-star read, right? I went and listened to it again. That
mm-hmm.
book is a 5-star, man. Calvin trying to figure out Grace,
Take
Grace
note.
trying to figure out Calvin. You know what I'm saying? It becomes really, when you think the helpless, can't say that, can't say that. Just know the tough person ain't really the tough person, if
Okay.
you get my drift, like without me saying
Okay.
anything. But
Okay. I get
Calvin
it.
don't want Calvin love who he love, and when he loves hard, right? And it's a
Okay.
lot of backstory towards what Calvin went through and what his brother went through, and really who is the bad brother, and Grace leaving her ID at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? And the dude is
Mm-hmm.
like, "Wait, you left your ID," but she makes sure she come pick that back up when it's time to
Okay.
go. That's all I
Okay.
can say about that book, man. And
Okay.
without giving it away, but you shouldn't have come here by Geneva Rose is definitely a classic. That's a
I
5
mean, even
bookmark.
the name of the book, when you first announced it, I was like, is he talking to me? You was like, yeah, you shouldn't have come here. I'm just thinking, Jay, what's the point? We doing the podcast together. What you mean I shouldn't have come here? I was confused at first, but that's the name of the book. I get it.
Word, word, word. It's a classic. It's a
It's a
classic, man. It's a
classic. I
classic.
do really, really like
It's a
Geneva
five
Rose.
book. It's a
And
5 bookmark read, man. She
absolutely.
tapped in with that one. But
Yep.
those are our 6 October recommendations for the spooky thriller season of Halloween. It is now
Absolutely.
October 5th. So if you choose one out of six of these books, you will definitely not fall, to the wayside. We,
Yeah.
we, we gave you what the synopsis is without trying to give too much of the book away. And Key did an amazing job with her horror. And I think I want to try that last book because I've never read a horror book like
This
that
is a
before.
horror book. Like it's Jay, you have to read it.
Yeah, I might have to tap
It's
in with that.
and when I think of horror, I think of gore, and that's my
Right.
favorite genre. And all the authors that I named were not afraid to take it there. You know,
Hmm.
sometimes they say, "Oh, it's a horror, it's a thriller," but there's no gore, there's no messiness. Like one of my
Right.
favorite movies is the Saw franchise of movies. I love the gore, I love the messiness, I love limbs being disconnected and chopped off and things like
Hmm.
that. But I also love a good mystery, and all three of those books have all of those things.
I got you. I got you. And now we have something bonus that we definitely,
The
want to
bonus
bring to
bonus.
y'all attention.
Yes.
The bonus, y'all.
Yes.
For our next read of the Halloween
So excited.
season, we
Mhm.
are going to be reading Frida McFadden's The Intruder,
The
which drops
Intruder.
October 7th in 2 days. Today is
Yep.
October 5th while we're recording this episode. So was it October 7th, which is Tuesday?
Yep.
Lock in because
Yep.
the synopsis is Casey's cabin in the wilderness is not built for a hurricane. Her roof shakes, the lights flicker, and the tree outside her front door sways ominously in the wind. But she's a lot more worried about the girl she discovers lurking outside her kitchen window. She's
Ooh.
young, she's alone, and she's covered in blood. The girl won't explain where she come from or loosen her grip on a knife in her right hand. And when Casey makes a disturbing discovery in the middle of the night, things take a turn for the worse. The girl has a dark secret, one she'll kill to keep. And if Casey gets too close to the truth, she may not live to see the morning. In this taut, deadly tale of survival and desperation, we'll see how far one will go to save herself. Whew.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna be
All I
honest
heard
with you.
was lady lurking outside the house, and you know
Or
me.
yep.
I'm
Or
already like, ooh.
and already on Goodreads, I'm seeing a 4.3.
Oh yeah, it's Frida though. I'm not surprised.
Yeah,
She's
people are
always
loving
a
it,
great
man.
thriller. Yep.
People are loving it. I seen she posted like a couple of thriller authors read the book and said
Mhm.
some amazing things about the book. And if you go
Mhm.
on Goodreads, you're gonna see a lot of people said somebody was like, do she effing sleep? You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all know she released 4 thrillers this year alone, that's
Yes.
one book a quarter.
Yep.
You know how hard it is to release one book, even though the Death Row was a short story. It's still, you next quarter you got the book. You know what I'm saying? Next quarter. So this will be her fourth
Fast does.
installation.
She pumps them out, and I think I've
Yes.
seen an interview or somebody talk about the fact that before she actually started publishing her book, she wrote a lot of these before she started even publishing, so she
Hmm.
has a lot of them. So I hope she keeps pumping them out, but I could not be more excited to read The Intruder. We
Yes.
definitely hope you guys are going to tune in for our part 1 of that book on
Yes.
October 13th. Be there or be square. Make sure to get your copy of the book Tuesday, 2 days from now, just like Jay said, October 7th, so that you can read along with us. We would love for you to join us as we deep dive into The Intruder by Frida McFadden.
Yes. I cannot wait.
Same.
Tuesday can't come fast enough. I'm gonna be locked into the book. I'm only gonna do, I'm gonna follow the schedule like we planned. Probably get through the first 60 to 75 pages. And for those who
Yep.
don't like long books, it's not a long book at all.
It's not a
It
long
it,
book.
it, it values at 288 pages, and we don't know what else is gonna be in the book as far as authors notes or the in credits or whatever the case may be. So we don't know. It might be 280, right? That's something that seems like a quick read, right? That we
Mm-hmm.
can kind of get through real quick. But I am anxious to get this ball rolling and
I
get
am
ready
too.
because it's the thriller season, man. It's the thriller
And
season,
Jay
and
is
I'm
getting
excited.
his from where are you picking your book up,
I'm
Jay?
picking my book up from Target. I'm actually going to read this one. This is going to be the first book I've read actual word, actual
Yeah,
words
because
because I've
Jay
been
is
listening
the
to audiobook.
audiobook king.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yep.
audiobook. I'll go through like 4 audiobooks if you allow me to. That's what I just did. The Inmate,
Yeah.
driving back and forth to work. It took me a week to just finish that. Just driving back and forth to work. So I'm
No, I
actually
feel
going to
you.
sit down. I want to sit down and read this one. You know what I'm saying? I told
I'm
myself I
getting
want to read
mine.
this
Oh,
one.
excuse me. I'm sorry. So sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Do
I
your
was
thing.
gonna say Jay is getting his from Target. I'm sure the book is also available at Barnes and Noble and Amazon.
Hmm.
I am actually going to be reading the book on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, that book is available on Tuesday on Kindle Unlimited. So I have been trying to get back into my ebook reading. I have so many books on my Kindle, but I love to have a physical book, so I've been neglecting it. So just like Jay is switching it up and doing the physical book, I'm switching it up and doing the ebook. So I'm like so excited. And this is just us. You can get it anyway. You can get it from
Yep.
many different places. So you don't have an excuse not to be reading the book, basically.
And we're gonna probably I'm gonna ask Key in the first episode, do she know who did it? Does she know
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on? Because she's the detective of the thriller genres. So we're gonna place a nice friendly wager and see if she can get everything right on the first
Absolutely.
go round, because she likes to
Mm-hmm.
guess who the killer is. So we're gonna put the reading
Put
to
me
the
to the
test.
test.
We're gonna
Okay,
put
no
the reading to the
pressure, of
test,
course.
because if she could figure my girl out, Frida, the thriller queen, then all hope is lost for me
I'm
with
telling you,
thrillers.
I'm nervous though, Jay. I told you I read The Boyfriend by Freedom Without It. I was like halfway through and I was sure. I knew exactly what was happening. I knew exactly who did it. And then we get to the end and I was wrong about everything. So this
Nah,
is
you
this
good.
is
You
this is
good.
take two. I'ma see if Frida gonna get me again. I'm gonna try my hardest though. I'm gonna come through. Wait till October
I
13th.
got you.
I'm gonna be able to guess it, and everybody's gonna be so impressed. You know what I mean? And
We
I'm
gonna
sorry,
see.
Frida, if I ruin it for the other readers, but I'm
Nah,
just that good. So we gonna see. We gonna
she
see.
always she always pop out because the inmate was crazy. So
Yeah,
listen, man, I'm telling y'all, man. But I'm glad that we was able to get these book recommendations out for
absolutely.
everybody, man. And let's hope that they stay tuned and ready for October 13th, where we drop that first episode of The Intruder. Any last words
Absolutely.
you want to say to the people, Keith?
No last words. Just make sure to get the book. We would love for you guys to read along with us. We also have a Fable page that we will be also updating as we read. So be sure to tune in there as well. You guys have all of our socials. We have a new Facebook page. We're going to be anywhere and everywhere. So you do not want to miss what we about to put down. Okay?
That's what I'm talking about. We're trying to get in front of as many eyes as we can. Take this reading
Absolutely.
thing to the next level. Like everybody that we know and we follow that read and everything like that. But we just do
Hmm.
what we do and we wanted to top, baby. But until October 13th next week, she's that reader. I'm just a speaker. Peace.